author and nutritionist Robert Ferguson. Please welcome Robert Ferguson.
All right, y'all, let's hear it for America's Fat Loss Coach, Robert Ferguson!
Hey, ho! This is Robert Ferguson, Roberto Lorenzo Ferguson. What's up, K-Pasa, my people? I just want to say thank you. I have been working on coming live and doing this Fat Loss Thursday. Actually, it was originally Fat Loss Tuesday. Since Tuesday, it's Thursday. So am I busy? I mean, I'm in Indiana. I'm dealing with loss, people close to me not making it, people being diagnosed with cancer and given 90 days to live, 3 months to live. I'm going to talk about this more later. Very, 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 very close friend of mine. And then, one of my clients, dying this past week. It's been an interesting week, man. And, yeah. But, like most things, everything must go on and you got to kind of keep it moving. Because if you don't keep it moving, what do you got? You ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So my goal is just to just do what you can. Just do what you can. Now, for those of you who are catching me live, I want to say thank you because I'm going to share quite a few things. The topic of this discussion today is the easiest way, and I'm going to explain it to you, the easiest way to lose weight, the easiest way to improve overall health, the easiest way to feel better about yourself, the easiest way to get off medications. The easiest way. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share it with you. And a lot of people will be like, it can't be that easy. Well, it's pretty damn easy. But before we get going, I want you to watch something. Check this out.
Medical companies, I know how the medical game works. I made fortunes off of it and always felt bad about it because it's a sick system. I don't blame the doctors. They're doing what they were told and taught in medical school. Most of them aren't even aware. They sell you the food that's poison to make you sick. They sell you drugs that don't heal you but mask the symptoms and keep you alive and miserable till the day you die, so they're profiting off of you every step of the way. They never want to hear the underlying cause of the symptoms. They just want to treat the symptoms. It's a fact.
I'm going to play that one more time, you guys. I'm going to play that one more time. So watch it one more time. Okay? Watch this. And hit it.
I've owned 4 medical companies. I know how the medical game works. I made fortunes off of it and always felt bad about it because it's a sick system. I don't blame the doctors. They're doing what they were told and taught in medical school. Most of them aren't even aware. They sell you the food that's poison to make you sick. They sell you drugs that don't heal you but mask the symptoms and keep you alive and miserable till the day you die, so they're profiting off of you every step of the way. They never want to hear the underlying cause of the symptoms. They just want to treat the symptoms. It's a fact.
Wow. He summarized it big time. Now, I'm going to share with you how you can lose weight way easier than most people would lose weight. I'm going to share with you how you can improve your health easier than most people are aware of. I'm going to share with you the ease of being successful. Now, before I do that, I want to give a big shout out to one of my clients, Alice. Alice B. I am so thankful that you gave me a chance to be your coach. And I say that because you really take everything that I recommend and you put it to the test. And Alice, who is, 73 years old as of right now, we had a great conversation and she shared with me some wisdom in a big way, right? And part of that was how she talked about this thing called old age talking. Old age talking. And I was like, what is old age talking? Right? So, and she said, well, it's those people who get older and basically they've lost hope. And they don't realize that they could actually improve themselves. They could look better. They could feel better. They've given up. And when they think about being better, looking better, feeling better, having more energy, maybe losing some weight, they just think about it. And they're not willing to do anything about it because what they think is they have to do to get results, maybe they think it's too hard. It's like I was talking to another client earlier today, and she was telling me how I had this other client that I was working with. And this other client, we were making progress, but she had insulin resistance. I'm not going to go into details of what that is, but it takes a little bit of time to reverse the problems. And so then this person who I've actually coached, and this really blows my mind. When I've actually coached somebody, I've opened their eyes, or at least I thought I did, and they eat one meal a day and kind of graze a little bit. It's like, I want to call them stupid because I think that's what that person would be, is like stupid. But I don't want to insult people. So are they just ignorant? But then I know what the word ignorant means. It means unaware. Okay, so if they're aware and I've educated them a little bit, maybe I didn't do a good job educating them. Maybe that's what it is. So they're not stupid, because stupid would be when you are aware and you are intelligent, you have the ability to learn, but you continue to not do what you know intellectually is the right thing. That would be stupid. Now, there's a lot of stupid people, but stupid would be when you know better, right? It's kind of like the guy that goes, and I get this. He goes, I'm going to rob that bank because my kid's birthday is coming up, and I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to rob that bank to make sure my kid has a good birthday. Now, he's not ignorant because he's aware that if you get caught, you're in trouble. And that means you're probably not even going to be at the birthday party. So it's not that. He has the ability to learn because he's actually thinking through a strategy on robbing the bank. I would call that stupid. So when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to improving health, there's a lot of really stupid people. Now, if you're ignorant and you're just not aware and you're doing something, I don't call you stupid. But when you know better and you continue to do it, you're either stupid or maybe you have an addiction. Okay, yeah, I can go with that. Maybe there's an addiction. And if I'm wrong, you guys, hey, I don't want to be rude. I apologize if someone's taking this the wrong way. I just think it's stupid. Now, going back to Alice. Alice saw that I was making it available and I was taking on the clients, and she became a client. And when I was talking to you, Alice, which I'm very thankful that you gave me the chance, she shared with me this morning how there's no more joint pain. Her waistline has shrank big time. She lost weight and she's rocking and rolling. She's wearing a 6 petite. She doesn't have old age talking in her head. And she shared something with me that I got to quote. She said, I feel like I'm reversing the clock. Whoa. I feel like I'm reversing the clock. I don't know what else to say. She also said that she's healthier now more than ever. Who wants to be healthier now more than ever? Who wants to reverse the clock? How can you not reach out to someone like myself or some of our coaches? We have a methodology that does that. I mean, seriously, like I want to hug everybody. I want to hug everybody. I really want to hug everybody because you're either stupid or just ignorant. Because there's people that know me that are they're just ignorant. They don't even know what we do. They don't even understand how the methodology works. I see a whole bunch of people that, take photos and post them on Facebook, and I know that they're ignorant. They don't know nutrition the way I know nutrition. I know that. That's not being pompous. I know that. It's like I was in a meeting this morning, and there was a few personal trainers on the call. There's some nutritionists on the call. And you guys will find this really funny. You may. Some of you, I don't know how you're going to take this, but we were on the call, and I was like, you know what? I was just in the mood. I was in the mood to I'm not holding back. And a lot of times I'll hold back. But I was like, at one point I said, hey, look, here's the deal. I can get on the phone 50 people that's lost over 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 80 pounds, got off medications with our methodology. And I guarantee none of you have more than 5 people. So I'm talking to these trainers and nutritionists because everybody's coming across like they're all that and got educated and I'm a nutritionist and I'm this. And I go, you guys are not, you're just all talk. You don't have a methodology. And I guarantee you, as good as what you're saying makes sense and sounds great, you ain't got nobody that can get on the phone or get on the Zoom to support that your method works. And they all got quiet. All of them. And I wasn't there to insult people or beat them up, but like, come on, man. Let's keep it real. For every person you think all right, look, this is what happens. Okay, hear me on this. When you go on YouTube, right, or you go on Spotify, you'll have all these people that are talking a big talk. And they're talking about how their program works and how it does this and how it does that, and keto and carnivore and paleo and intermittent fasting. Where are they? Let's get on the phone. Like yesterday, Debbie shared her story. She's down 95 pounds, inches all over her body, off medications. Okay, intermittent fasting people, where's your people at? Linda's down, 104, 105 pounds, off all medications. Linda's one of my clients. Okay, hey, everybody else, where's your people at? Catherine, I talked to this morning. Big shout out to Catherine, down 36 pounds, feeling good, inches, everything's going well. Okay. That's the Diet Free Life methodology. So everybody else, where all these other people, where are your people at? They don't have people. And if they do, it's few. They're good at talking. They're talkers. And people fall prey to that crap. It's mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. So I just want to give a big shout out to Catherine, big shout out to Alice. And I'm going to share with you guys what I believe is the easiest way to lose weight. I'm looking at some other things. She said, I was talking to Alice. She goes, I'm back in a size 6 petite. I have more energy. There's no joint pain. I feel like I'm reversing the clock. It's not a supplement. It's not a shot. It's learning how to eat. Is learning how to eat. Okay. Now, before I go there, Miss Julie I love talking to Julie. Love it. She's one of the brightest people I've ever met. She's really smart. She gets me thinking. And Julie, I appreciate you. She's a client. And she says, I definitely think a lot of people have an addiction. Okay. An addiction to what? because when you understand addiction the way I understand it, and then you think about addiction with food, is different. I have my partner, Mr. Greg Hanley, owns a company called Soba. I have been with him when people came in to Soba. That means they enrolled, or someone enrolled them, that are addicted to meth, heroin, various drugs, alcohol. These people still got needles in their arms when they check in to detox. These people will steal a TV from their parents, will steal money from their parents' purse, and do really bad things to get their next fix. That's what I understand as far as what I've seen for addiction. I have never seen someone addicted to eating a hamburger or Twinkies where they're willing to steal from their parents so they can go get that fix. So I think there's levels of addiction. And many people are privy, meaning they have resources to buy certain foods. And when they're in the mood, that addiction is more of a temper tantrum because they're going to eat what they want to eat. Because if you don't have money and you can't just order certain food, you ain't getting certain food. So I've seen that. Now, when people do a detox, like our detox drop, and they don't consume certain foods or processed sugars, do they get a headache? Do they, yeah, that's very likely. And that would be, they would say, well, that's addictive behavior. Nah, not really. A lot of times, believe it or not, if someone had love in their life or could get access to a hug, they would take the hug before they would eat the food. So now we're talking about emotional eating, which oftentimes can get confused with addictive behavior around food. I think it's a mental health issue more than it is an addictive issue when it comes to food. Because you can take a lot of people who feel like they have addictive behaviors around food, and you can put them in a camp, like The Biggest Loser or something like that. And you give them structure. They don't have to worry about stress in their life. They can remove all of those headaches in their life, and they follow a program, and they'll miss it for a second, but then they're good. So were they addicted to food? Nah, they needed structure. And they were in a safe environment, and it made it easier for them not to feel like they need to go and indulge in food that's not helping them. Interesting, isn't it? And I've been talking about this for years. Seriously, like I remember, I did a seminar called Kitchen of the Heart, and it was all about that. And I remember there was this woman when they did exit interviews. So when people were leaving the seminar that I did, and they were like, wow. And there's one woman, and I'm going to try to say the way she said it. I have it on tape so I could show this one day. But she goes, and I had a packed house. Like the room only fit 400 people. We had over 400 people. And this lady who came to my event, she goes, that was profound. She goes, Robert hit the nail on the head. He talked about not necessarily what to eat, what to avoid, but he talked about the psychology around nutrition and being healthy. And he brought it home. That's basically what she said. And I get what she was saying. And I was so happy that she actually picked up what my messaging was. Because there's a lot of people that know nutrition and they're still overweight and battling with their health. There's a whole bunch of overweight and not so healthy personal trainers. And people look at them and they judge them and go, how can you be a personal trainer and you got like 50 pounds you need to lose? Because it's not just about knowing how to exercise. It's not just about knowing how to make the most of nutrition. Obviously, it's about doing what you know, But there's a huge gap between knowing and doing, and oftentimes that gap is not shortened. And when it's not shortened and it gets bigger, there's an emotional spiral downward that makes it really tough to be successful, because when you're going downhill, it's tough to stop that momentum going down and turn it around. I know how to do it. And that's why I always encourage people. I say, get a coach. If I have availability, don't put that off. I'll coach you. That's why we're here. You're not the expert. Who are you? You don't know nutrition the way I know it. That's what I do. Same as if you worked at 911. I don't know how to make the most of a 911 call. I mean, that's not my expertise. I don't know how to like him address. That's not my expertise. I don't know how to be a school teacher and teach, economics. I would go to you for that. But what I am good at is the three-legged stool. That's mental health, so mindset and all that goes with that. That's fitness or increased activity, all that goes with that. Nutrition, food, and all that goes with that. That's my expertise. And that is part of the Diet for Your Life methodology. Seriously. We're not perfect. I have my moments when I spiral. And I feel like I've been experiencing that in the last 30 days with a lot of life challenges. And I'm not someone that will turn to food when I go through challenges. I end up not eating. That's not good either. There was one part of my life where I wasn't that way. And if I was going through it, I just ate. I would eat my emotions. That wasn't good either. And now what I've come to realize with wisdom and living life is that when the shit hits the fan and things are not going well, the one thing that I am in control of is important that I'm in control of. And that's how I eat. Everything else can go to shit. But I'm going to make sure that I nurture myself the best I can while I go through it. And that would be my recommendation for anyone who's going through some hard times. You cannot pay a phone bill and then get a text or an email or a phone call later and say you're behind on your bill because you're stressed out. You may even miss a mortgage payment. You may even forget that someone had a birthday party you were supposed to go. But don't stop nurturing yourself. Because what I learned as a U.S. Marine is that when you experience the highest levels of stress, it's important that you're in the best physical condition as possible and that you're able to cope as best you can so you can rationalize instead of just reacting. You want to always be in a place where you can rationalize. It's kind of like when I was introduced to THC or cannabis and CBD and all this, and I learned that there was a psychoactive component to some of these recreational drugs, if you will. And when I was doing this TV show and I experimented with a small, like an edible, I had a really, really good sleep. It was, I'll never forget, it was like 5 milligrams of THC, and I had never done it before, and I slept. It was amazing how well I slept. And I remember it so well. It was a Thursday. We shot the show in the daytime. That Thursday night, I was by myself. I took the little 5 milligrams, slept. It was the best sleep I could remember. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, if 5 milligrams work, I'm going to do 25 milligrams. Now I have my kids. So I put my kids down to sleep. And once they went to sleep, I sat down and I was like, I'm going to put myself to sleep. So I did 25 milligrams. And I fell asleep. I mean, great. But then I woke up. And I remember when I woke up, I couldn't move. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then all I could think about was, what if something had happened to my kids between the time I took that, THC or cannabis, whatever it was, and the time I woke up? If something happened where I needed to take them to, ER, emergency room, was I in a place where I could drive? No, I wasn't. And that's when I was like, okay, that's wisdom. The same as when it comes to nutrition. You want to be in a place where you can optimize the situation. If you're not eating the way you know you can eat, if you're not taking care of yourself, when shit hits the fan, you become a liability. And you're not able to be other-centered, meaning you can't give the best of who you are to help the people who mean the most to you. And I'm not encouraging you to lose weight or be healthier for other people, to include family, because you want to do it for yourself. I hope that makes sense. Again, I had this goal. I just want to share the easiest way to lose weight, which I'm gonna touch on now, and then we'll let it go. Spin Love, what's up? She says, when you're going through hell, keep going. The only way out is through it. Hey, sometimes you got to go through it, man. Sometimes you got to go through it. I totally get that. And we've all been there, and none of us are perfect. None of us. I want to give a big shout out to Sharon. What's up, Sharon? I'm glad you caught this. Thank you for being here. So what is the easiest way to lose weight? Anybody want to take a guess? I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to share it with you, and then we'll be out of here. What is the easiest way to lose weight? And you know what's interesting about the easiest way to lose weight is that when you share the easiest way to lose weight, people will hear it and they still won't do shit about it. I can share with you the easiest way. The most weight I've had a client lose that I personally coached was 290 pounds. I'm currently coaching someone that may lose over 300 pounds. We'll see how it goes. I'm taking it day by day, step by step. I've had quite a few people lose over 200 pounds. A lot of people lose over 100 pounds. And of course, everything in between as far as 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. But what is the easiest way to lose weight? Okay. And not just weight. Take a look at this. If you look at that, it says, eat real food to improve and reverse the following. Type 2 diabetes. Who do you know that's a type 2 diabetic? Do you know anybody that's type 2 diabetic? Anyone? Who do you know that has high blood pressure? What about hypertension? Because there are differences. There's a difference. Most people don't know the difference. What about fatty liver or poor sleep or hypertension? Actually, we got hypertension there twice. I just caught that. What about high cholesterol? And what about losing weight without feeling like you're on a diet? That makes sense to me. It's interesting. Why is it that so many men don't want to change how they eat? Not all men, but a lot of men. I'm telling you. Why is it? What the hell's going on? What is going on with men? Why they don't want to change? Why they want to just keep eating processed food? Even though we know conclusively that it increases the likelihood of pancreatic cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, breast cancer, more people dying of cancer, more people going through it. And men just keep on keeping on. They're going to eat their hot dogs. They're going to eat their fried shit. And they ain't going to change nothing. Where women, and this has been I'm not saying all, but I'm just telling you what my personal experience is. More women actually want to change. They want to do better. They want to be better. So why is it the fat hubby with the big old stomach and not taking care of himself don't want to do shit, and then the wife or the girlfriend is like looking for ways to improve herself? I don't get that. And a lot of guys, when I'm in the room, when there's guys there, I trust me, I call them right out. I go, look at you guys. Here you are, like doing nothing, and your wife, girlfriend is working her ass off trying to be better. Ego. If you guys don't realize that, ego blocks people. And when I say ego, is a lack of understanding or lack of knowledge. And it's a decision they're making to not want to improve their knowledge. And the only time the men really want to improve is when shit hits the fan. Like I have a few guys that I work with because they got cancer. And then I have some cool guys that are doing it with their wives. I have about 9 husband and wives that I work with, and I love it. They are awesome. And I take my hat off to every one of these guys. And as a guy, right? I'm a former pro athlete, former U.S. Marine. I'm all guy. If you know me personally, I'm that dude, right? I'm athletic. I can fight. I can run. I've been athletic my whole life. I ain't backing down from no fight with anybody, and I can still do it. So I'm a guy's guy. I've trained a lot of pro athletes, women and men. And when guys learn that about me and they get that about me, then it's like, okay, I can work with him because they see it. You're working with a guy. I'm not Richard Simmons, if you know what I'm saying. And that's not a dig on Richard Simmons. I'm just not Richard Simmons. I'm all guy. And as an all guy, I love working with guys who are humble enough to want to improve their health. And I feel for you ladies who you're working your butt off to be healthier, to lose weight and improve parts of who you are. But unfortunately, your guy is not, and that's okay. My recommendation, when the guy is not on board and he's not really hearing it, and you got to cook 2 different meals if you're doing the cooking, that's okay. What I have seen over time, not all the time, but a good amount of time, is that as you improve yourself, he will actually pick up some of the habits and he will be better off. So by taking care of you, you actually will be helping him. Okay? So, did I describe like the easiest way to lose weight? It feels like a Friday. It feels like a Friday. Sandy, if you have high blood pressure, okay, let me share this, and then I'll give you some key points of what I mean by the ease, because I can share that in 2 minutes. If someone has high blood pressure, do you know what happens if you don't get off the blood pressure medication? So, Sandy, you posted that, so I'm asking you. I want you to tell me. All right, what's up? Eldana's in the house. So, Sandy, what happens when someone is taking blood pressure medication and they don't get off of it? Tell me exactly what happens. Now, I know your blood pressure is going down, but anyone else can add in here. What do you guys think happens when you don't get off the blood pressure medication? Because doctors don't talk about this. There's no timeline out there about this, but I know exactly what happens. It's the same as my friend who recently died, who was on dialysis. Actually, 3 people I know got on dialysis. And one of them lived on dialysis for 14 years. Now, it wasn't quality years, because usually if you go on dialysis because of kidneys, you got about 10 years, and that doesn't mean quality. And when I say you got about, that means you're out of here. You're dead. You only got so much time. You only got so much time. And doctors, I don't hear anybody really talking about that. But if you go on a blood pressure medication, what happens? So everybody who's on blood pressure medication, what do you think is going to happen to you if you stay just on the medication? And most of you have never even gone on Google and search the side effects of taking the blood pressure medication. You're just on it and just going through life, da da da, doody doo, da da da. And then you'll understand why I'm so big on getting people off blood pressure medication. And what's interesting, 80% of my clientele, 80% of the people I coach, I get them off blood pressure medication. There's a lot of them listening right now, or they're catching a replay. And they're raising their hand going, yep, that was me. I'm off of it. Well, Sandy's right. She made a comment. She said, liver and kidneys. Yep. That's what's going to happen. You're going to need some type of transplant, and everything starts to break down. The quality of your life is horrible. Man, you don't want to see what it looks like. And eventually, if you are fortunate to live long enough, you're on dialysis. Go look up DaVita. And there's a whole bunch of companies like DaVita. They're popping up everywhere. Look them up. If you're looking for a good investment, invest in dialysis or like kidney like companies, because they're growing rapidly. Because people aren't going to change. People are just going to keep doing what they're doing. You're going to have people go to 1 meal a day. I think I'm okay. I don't really need to lose weight. Okay. Yeah. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then we don't hear about it because when you're battling for your life, you ain't going on Facebook saying, hey, you guys stop it. Don't do, you're not doing that. And then they're dead. I mean, come on. Some of you have kids and you're like, I want to be here for my kid. I want to be a rock. Okay, yeah, keep eating that shit that you're eating. I mean, seriously. Because the day will come where everything you're doing now will compound and put you in a position where you ain't going to be available. I mean, I look at my little babies and I look at them and I say, you guys, you need to understand, when I go for a run or when I make the meals that I make, I need to be here as long as I possibly can and be as healthy as I can so I can help you out and help make it possible for you to have and live your best life. I've told my kids that. I've told them that. Because I've had my fun. I really have. I've had a great time. Life has been great to me. I mean, I have, and if you know me or you hang out with me, hey, I'm a fun guy. I definitely know how to have fun. But I also know the importance of doing what I can to take care of me so I can be there for them. And I really want to be there for them. And if I'm fortunate enough, because, I have my kids later in life. If I'm fortunate enough to see them, get married or have kids and I could have a grandbaby, oh my God. Like, for those of you who have that chance right now and you're living that, I admire it. God bless you all. How cool that is. If I'm given that opportunity, man, I'll probably take another job. I'll probably go work at Starbucks or something just to if I'm not doing what I'm doing, of course, but I'll do Uber just to get extra money so I can put it into an account just for them, just to give them an extra little, let me just help out a little extra, make it a little easier for them to get their first car, maybe a little easier for them to get their first house. You know what I mean? Like, why not? We don't need all of that. You get to a certain age, I've done that. Now it's like, what can I do to keep quality in my life, but contribute toward the potential quality in their life? Man. All right. So let me get out of here. Here's the deal, you guys. The easiest way to lose weight is to eat. The easiest way to lose weight is to eat. If someone doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's time for you to get educated. The easiest way to lose weight is to eat. For the stupid people, I'm going to call them stupid unless they're ignorant. So you're either stupid or you're ignorant. If you're stupid, that means that you don't want to learn. You don't want to be informed. You're just stupid. So I don't even know why you're even listening to me when I talk. The ignorant people, I'm glad you're here, and let me help you out. When you eat, you fuel your body. And there's benefits to eating I would say 3 meals a day. And for a lot of you, as you get older, you want to make sure you have breakfast. And you want to make sure that you have an adequate amount of protein in that breakfast, because that protein is going to help you for the whole day. And then for lunch and dinner, you want to still have your protein and you want to have your carbs. And you can have your carbs for breakfast, but you really want to make sure, like, let's say someone goes, I'm not eating in the morning. I don't want to eat in the morning. I hate eating in the morning. Okay, can you please eat some protein? Eggs, chicken, steak. Just get some protein in your body. Because I'm not going into detail on that, but it's like that protein is going to help you. It's going to help preserve your muscle tissue, your skeletal muscle. It's going to help you. Those carbs that you're eating are going to help you. It's going to help your brain. It's going to help you from the standpoint of antioxidants. It's going to help you, these polyphenols, all of these. There's a lot of benefits. The dietary fiber, there's so many benefits to it. And you'll have a lot of crazy people saying you don't need carbs and you don't need to. Okay, they can keep talking. But tell them to call me, let me do a debate, and it won't be like theory debate. It'll be like, show me your people. Get your people on the call, and I'll get my people on the call. You got somebody lose 100 pounds? I got somebody. You got somebody lost 50 pounds? I got somebody. So how can you be right if I got people eating the total opposite of what you're saying? We're both right. So now it's a choice. People can choose to eat or they can choose to not eat. Because for every person these crazy ass people have who are like fasting, and they don't even have clients that are real success clients. Where are they? They don't have them. Trust me, I'm on calls all the time. I go, where's your people at? You said you got people that you reverse diabetes. Okay, you get someone on the call and I'll get someone on the call. I have a whole bunch of people. Where's your people? And then they get quiet because they don't got people. I'm the real deal, man. And I can prove it every day with a whole bunch of really amazing people that I've had the privilege to work with. All these other people are talking crazy. Seriously. All right, we got somebody before I say goodbye. Eldana. I like talking. Eldana is an amazing lady. This is we need more Eldanas in the world. I haven't even read what you said yet, but I just know how much I like you and appreciate you. Okay. So Eldana says, when I was first introduced to Robert, I went from size 10-12 to a size 4-6 in less than 9 weeks. Whoa! By eating every 3 hours with snacks in between. And I ate whatever I wanted. That's true. That's true. And some people can do that if you don't have insulin resistance. Eldana's a good person. And I'll end on this. When I meet people like Sandy and I meet people like, Julie, Cindy, Eldana, and you meet these people, a lot of them are God-fearing people with big, big, big hearts. When you meet people like that and you get to know them, that is such a gift to someone like me because it inspires and fuels me to keep sharing the good news. Seriously. It's the people that fuel me to keep doing what I do. I don't need millions of people. I really don't. And I know we're going to reach millions of people. But I don't need that. Like, I'm not that. I've done that. I've had the big attention. but it's the individual people like those I just mentioned and many others. Sharon, you're one. And like Sharon, just so you know, if I didn't like you and think the world of you, you would not be my client. I would fire you the same as you could fire me. But if I like you and I can feel that you're real and sincere, I'm in it all the way. You don't have to be perfect because none of us are. That's very clear. That's a biblical scripture. None of us are perfect. We're all flawed in our own ways. And the goal is to see how you can continue to improve who you are. That's what's powerful. So it's all good. Let's just keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. It feels like a Friday. Friday night. I just got paid. Well, I ain't got paid, but it's all good. I wish I got paid. Come on. All right. Anyway. Oh, man. Tomorrow is Friday, and I will do a Fat Loss Friday. But thank you. So the answer to the easiest way to lose weight, you guys, remember, is to eat. Hey, so let me say, oh, is that Cheryl? Look at Cheryl. Cheryl is one of my Australian clients. She says, "Good day, Robert," from Cheryl, eating her persimmons while listening. Well, I'm glad you caught this, Cheryl. So make sure you listen to the whole thing. I rambled a little bit and thought I was going to be on here for like 30 minutes. But, I don't think we waste time. I do talk about things I think can be helpful. So this was a good call, and I'm so happy to catch you, Cheryl. Cheryl, you are so amazing. Just keep being a Cheryl. I mean, she is amazing. And it's funny, you guys, as I close out, I was talking to Cheryl, I guess a couple days ago, and she's really done well, right? So they're in the kilograms, and I talk about pounds all the time, but she's lost a lot of pounds, and she's lost a lot of inches, and she wants to keep on dropping. I was like, are you going to disappear? It's like, I was like, where are you going to go? Because I'm like, geez. But, hey, to each his own. Cheryl's got goals, and I'm here to support her. And I think with what we've done, Cheryl, it's time to really put together some type of magic so we can make this more known in Australia. Because I know at one point, I met a lot of people in Australia as far as TV people. And when my infomercial was running in Australia, it did really, really well. So there's a lot of people who are aware of me. Now it's just a matter of re-engaging that. So I'm down. We'll make it happen. Australia, here we come, baby. All right, you guys. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day. If you came in late, listen to the rest. And then when you go to our YouTube channel, don't just go to the channel, but I've noticed that you want to click on live, and you can, because I do mostly lives. Then you'll see like videos that I've done, like a lot of them. Because if you just go to the page, it'll look like we don't have updated videos. You have to click on live, and then you'll see that we've been posting pretty regularly. Okay. So now you guys know, and now you know. All right, you guys. Until the next one, Robert Ferguson. Peace out.